What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about the USPS changing their shipping structure. And as far as I'm concerned, it might not all be bad. Now, there hasn't been much information that's come out about it. Through my research, I've only been able to find some blog posts and things like that. I didn't see anything specific on a website of USPS. I've even spoken to some of the the postal workers when I go to ship out my items and everything, and they really either they're not telling me much or they don't know much. I tend to believe that, like most employment environments, they're like the last to find out. But I'm gonna show you what I found, and then I'll tell you what I think about it afterward. Okay, so here's a blog post that I found, and this was one of the ones that seemed a little more thorough as compared to some of the others. It says, over the past year, Postal Service has made several changes impacting postal customers. In October 21, the USPS implemented new service standards for first-class mail, increasing the amount of time it takes to deliver about 30% of mail in this category. Then in April 2022, the USPS introduced two new shipping fees for customers to cover non-standard dimensions. Just this week, the agency increased the price of its first-class Forever stamp and raised the cost of several other first-class mail shipping fees. But now the USPS has announced yet another plan for delivery changes, this time getting rid of something for customers altogether. USPS announced on July 13th that it filed plans with the Postal Regulatory Commission to make changes among its delivery classifications. According to the agency, it plans to enhance and expand its first-class package service, FCPS, product by combining 3 different ground shipping options into just one. Specifically, ground shipments up to 70 pounds will be offered through first-class package service instead of being split between 3 different services: first-class package service, retail ground, and parcel select ground. Says the Postal Service is looking to simplify package. Says the Postal Service is looking to simplify package shipping options with this change. According to Shipping School, both retail and parcel select offer the same exact type of service, ground transportation, with the exact same delivery time frame of 2 to 8 business days. The only main difference is that parcel select is typically much cheaper than retail, but is only offered to shippers who have access to special commercial pricing rates through free online shipping software, and not at your local post office or on the USPS website. Says the agency spokesperson told Best Life that USPS customers will gain access to simplify, enhance economical products and increase service performance when the retail ground and parcel select ground shipping options are incorporated into the enhanced FCPS product. We are improving service and simplifying product offerings for our customers, Postmaster DeJoy said in a statement. All right, and then it goes on to say some other things. And again, there's not a lot of detail here, and I couldn't really find anything that had a lot of detail. From what I can tell is things like parcel select, right? It was saying that's the service that really hasn't been offered to retail customers. So they want to offer that option to retail customers because they basically, people who sell online, us who ship through eBay, or if you use Pirate Ship, Go Shippo, those types of services, we've had access to that option, but your average person who just walks into the post office has not. And so they want to take things that are similar or the same, combine them into one. Now, as far as what is that going to do to first class mail in and of itself, they're really not saying, right? At least not in this particular article. But what it sounds like to me, and I could be wrong, right? Totally wrong. I don't know. Nobody knows right now. I haven't seen anybody who said that they know. But what it sounds like to me is that it may be something similar to how media mail is right now. So like media mail, right? It basically, anything 16 ounces or under is one price. I think it's what, $360 something. This depends, and that's if you purchase it online, or even if you go into the retail places, one price, and then as you go above that £1, it kind of goes up a little bit more, but it doesn't really increase dramatically, right? It might go $4, $5, $6. Right now, your first class mail, there's a wide range of prices. So depending on where you're shipping from and where you're shipping to. So for me, I'm on the East Coast. If I'm shipping anywhere on the East Coast, maybe over towards the Midwest, it's going to be about $3-4. Well, not $3 from $3.60 ish to 4 something, right? If I'm going over to the West Coast and that same 4-ounce product, it's going to definitely be $4 and some change. Now that's a 15-ounce product or a 15-ounce item. And if it's going, West Coast or anywhere, it's pretty much going to be almost priority rate at this point. It's going to be like $6 and some change. So maybe what they'll do, I'm hoping anyway, is make it to where that rate for your first class, anything under £1, is one price. Yeah, you may pay more, like where I might usually pay $3 and some change to send something on the same side of the country that I am. I would rather pay like a median type of price, right? $4 and some change, but it doesn't change because it'll even out over the course of, me shipping out items. It'll even out. So let's just say if it's $4.50 for anything under £1, that's fine because some of my items is $3 and something. Some is always $4.60. It just depends on where I'm shipping to. But you got to think the platforms that we sell on will still have some sort of discount for us. I would think, maybe not, right? But I would think that the platforms that we use, we would still get some sort of discount. And so hopefully, and what it sounds like to me is that it might work out that way. I think at the end of the day, as resellers, it's up to us to always be trying to figure out what to do next. And this comes into understanding your business and understanding having a SWOT analysis. And if you ever done one, you would know that shipping costs would be one of those things where it's a threat to your business. It's a threat to the profitability of your business. So if you haven't already been trying to think of ways to, I guess, alleviate that burden as it increases, because we already know you get 2 increases yearly anyway with shipping. So whether you've been trying to figure out, hey, what type of items can I source that sell for more or things, and stuff like that, then if you're just sitting around waiting, you're going to kind of get swallowed up once the wave come through. You can't wait until something happens to act. That's just kind of foolish to wait until something happens to act. You have to already be kind of like forecasting out, what am I going to do if A, B, C happens? What am I going to do? And then once you figure that out, start thinking of options. Okay, if A happens, we'll do this, this, this. If B happens, we'll do this, this, this. And then you kind of find ways that you can start implementing those changes into your business ahead of time. I think a lot of resellers, not just resellers, entrepreneurs in general, people who want to run their own businesses in general, they're always reacting, right? You can't be reacting. You can't, oh, this happens, now I do this. That happens, now I do that. Because if that's how you run your business, you might not have the chance to react fast enough to recoup or to recover. You might not be able to react fast enough to recover. And that could put your business in a very precarious situation, even into the point where you end up going out of business. And so this could be a good thing for resellers, man. I don't look at it as a bad thing yet. There's not even enough information coming out for us to be taking a negative outlook on it. But however, our time is limited, right? If this happens, this is happening within the next few months. We're already in April, but May, June, July, 3 months. But what can you do? You need to be asking yourself, what can you do to be prepared for this? What type of business are you running? And ask yourself, where do you see your business in the next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years with increasing fees, whatever it is, the categories you're selling, and maybe it's becoming more competitive. We got, the price tankers all out there, which is another video I wanted to talk about because I just feel like some people shouldn't even be in reselling. Some people shouldn't even be doing this at all, but it's a whole conversation for another time. But this whole thing with the USPS trying to consolidate their shipping options and make more options available for their customers, they're not just thinking about us guys as resellers. They're not just thinking about people who use online platforms. They're thinking about the everyday Jane and Randy that come into the postal office and they want to buy shipping services, whether it's stamps or they just want to send something across the country, a care package or whatever. They just want to make it easier for themselves and they want to make it easier for the customer. So hopefully they're doing it to make it easier for themselves, but by passing on those discounts to us, I don't know. I'm just thinking I hope that it's something like how Media Mail is now, where everything under a pound is just one rate, and then you incrementally increase that over a pound, because then it will be cheaper for us. Once, if it's going up to 70 pounds, it would be a cheaper option as opposed to using priority mail, right? So now if there's stuff that you would usually send out through a priority flat rate envelope or a padded flat rate, right? Or anything like that. Well, now, heck, that service might even be cheaper, and that weight is even more. I'm sure it's going to be based on dimensions and so on and so forth. But, you know, if you try sending out a 40-pound item in priority mail, we already know, I don't care what part of the country you send it to, that's going to be pretty expensive. Parcel select type prices, that might be worth it. So we could save a lot of money in a lot of ways. I think, you know, we just got to wait to see exactly what they're going to do. And we're not going to hear nothing from them or the platforms until it happens. You just got to figure out, what are you going to do as a reseller if this doesn't work in your favor? How might that affect your business? How might you have to pivot? You know, maybe you just got to start adding items with a higher average sell price and slowly getting away from the ones that don't sell for as much. I think that's going to be the case anyway. Just unless your model, it does really well with people buying multiples of lower value items. Like mine's on Walmart, it does well because people buy multiples of the lower average sell price items. So it works out, but that's not the case on eBay. And so, which is why I'm moving more away from that on eBay, not moving from eBay. I'm just going to try to put more items on eBay that sell for more instead of using those low dollar value items on it, right? But anyway, this is my take on it, man. This is what I hope happens. I hope that they just have one flat rate that's kind of even out for anything under 16 ounces. And that would be more favorable for us. Actually, it would be, because if you just take it away and you go away from that swing of $3 and some change all the way up to $6 and some change, depending on the ounces and where it's going, to just like one medium price, like medium mail, that would actually work out in our favor over the long term. And that incremental increase over a pound, if it's similar to how medium mail is, even parcel select prices, that would work out in our favor as well. If you use pirate ship, you know, parcel select can be a lot cheap. Well, it is a lot cheaper than priority. It can even be cheaper than UPS sometimes, but they also have parcel select cubic, which is even cheaper. So I can't wait to see what happens. It should be interesting, man. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Let me know how you might be preparing for this if it's not favorable to your business model and what you plan on doing. But that aside, you should always be thinking about what the threats are to your business, how you're going to react if A, B, C, or D happens, and put those things in priority of what you might need to be addressing right now to get ready for it happening. You should always be doing that. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And so a lot of people won't make it. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, so the next time I upload another video, you'll be one of the first to be notified.